Okay, as you see the name I gave the video, okay? Zombie apocalypse to cover up global collapse. That's right. I figured that was a good name. That and to cover up what's really going on in society because they'll draw your attention off of what's really going on. Give you a bunch of fluff and stuff. That's right. Give you a bunch of fluff and stuff. And of course, most of you people, not all of you, will put your mind right where they want you to. And you will believe something like ridiculous as the zombie thing. And and for people who are actually really digging for the truth, that are aware, I mean, I got to give them credit. I'm going to give the global elite really good credit here because they have done one hell of a job of dumbing people down. One hell of a job. Even in so-called people that are supposedly awake to what's going on around them. That's right. Even so-called people that think they're awake anyhow, okay, just can't get the big picture, can they? No, because they're running out of awake. They're actually a product of the dumbing down. They think they're awake, they think they're researching, they think they're aware, but they're a product of the dumbing down, okay? Let me show you some examples.
You can see clearly that there is zombies. Zombies are real. It's not a fiction thing. It's not an imagination. It's not a psychosis from cocaine. Because when when you know the people, have you ever seen anyone turn into a zombie from doing cocaine? And I know the people, and I've seen everything.
This was a prime example of what I talked about when I said that even so-called people who think they're awake, they think they're trying to help people, to make people aware, they're searching for truth, okay? But what he did do there was he told you that he knows the people who use cocaine, okay? And then there's something else he told you there, okay? I want you to look at his face and figure out how old do you think he is, okay? I want you to think about that first. And then I want you to think about his last words. He knows the people, and he has seen everything. That's right. He has seen it all. There's nothing in life that he hasn't experienced yet. He has seen it absolutely all. He knows it all. That's right. And here, let me show you, because he does. He knows it all.
People will have different effects to this because everyone has different blood. O negative and AB negative will not be infected if they come in contact. They may get mild irritations, but that's it. They don't have the antigens to make that. So,
see, as I said, he knows it all, okay? He knows so much that he can actually tell you that he knows what the virus consists of, okay? I mean, what it's made up of, and that if you actually have these blood types, that you will not be affected by it. I can only say this to you people. He is a product of the dumbing down. He actually thinks he's helping people, but he's a product of the dumbing down, and I'll guarantee you, CDC, when he called them fools, they were actually looking at him and falling out of their chair laughing, okay? And I can guarantee you that's pretty much what happened. They fell out of their chair laughing. Okay, they laughed their ass off, the global elite sitting up there at the top, just fucking cheering themselves on at what they've managed to do to people's brains, okay? This guy has made a complete clown out of himself, okay, and he don't even know he has. Sad to say, I fell out of my chair listening to another person last night talk about this stuff and said that the zombies, maybe they escaped from the hospital morgue. Okay, maybe they escaped from the hospital morgue, okay? I just about fell out of my chair laughing, but at the same time, as funny as it is, it isn't. Because it's actually sad. It really is. To see this type of behavior. Okay? Now, I told you before, the zombie apocalypse is fake. It's a scam. It's a stage. It's a show. And people like this have fallen into it. And they believe it, hook, line, and sinker. They fell for it, okay? Let me show you something here. Watch this.
Now, the bizarre shooting that took place happened shortly after 2 p.m. on Saturday, May 26, 2012. when police responded to a 911 call about two naked men fighting on a bike path along a very busy causeway, which was packed with traffic on a busy holiday.
Now, when I said the story that was pushed through the media out of Miami, the guy's face off was propaganda, staged, a lie, never happened, I wasn't kidding you, okay? You need to pay attention to this guy who's reading this report's words. On a holiday, Miami, on a busy causeway, two naked men, okay? I'll finish listening to him.
Enforced the closure of the causeway from Miami Beach to Miami, and also closed an exit to the causeway from I-95. Investigation says that the snarling the traffic for hours delayed thousands of motorists until ways could be found to get them off the causeway.
Okay, the so-called event stranded or trapped thousands of motorists. That's right. Did you catch that? Thousands of motorists. And they had to try to find a way to get them off the causeway. You know, when you had a major accident up off of 75, I-75 up in Florida, it was all over all the mainstream media. Okay? You know, he talked about thousands of people. Okay? But the first report of indecent exposure, okay, of a report of somebody calling in decent exposure of a naked guy, okay, on this report he's talking about, didn't air in any kind of media for a week. A week later, we come up with two supposed callers who called 911 to turn a guy in for being naked and attacking another guy. Now, let me tell you people something. Let's see. Miami, Florida, holiday weekend. Thousands of people, okay? And a full-grown adult man's going to strip butt naked in front of thousands of people, okay? And not one person's going to turn it in right then and there. Maybe one or two, okay? Then they're going to attack another adult man. That's right. Going to attack another full-grown adult. And while they're attacking them, they're going to strip them naked too. Okay? So it must have been a sexual attack. No, it wasn't no sexual attack. No, it didn't happen. Common sense. But see, this is what the majority of people in today's society lack, is their ability to common sense. They can't figure out what propaganda is propaganda when it's put in their face. And they fall right into what the global elite want them to. And they believe the hogwash that's fed to them. Now, there's a reason they do stuff like this. Not just for shits and giggles to laugh at people like this. But then it takes everybody's attention and puts it where? It puts it on this news story. And then we give you 3 or 4 other cases, and then we have a whole team of people sitting there writing up story after story and giving you a history. And they start pumping this shit, pumping it. And they had a bunch of it already wrote up ahead of time before they did this. And they start pumping it, pushing it all over the media, all over the fucking internet, everywhere. Okay? So that people like this go out and start researching it, and they start pulling up what they've already pumped in there for you to pull up. Why do they do that? So that you people will put your mind on this story, and actually believe there's something like this going on. Meanwhile, while you're all focusing on that, this type of stuff's happening. Now, this is just a little selection, okay? Just a little advice. Of course, nobody has to listen to this. I could care less if you listen to this or not. But maybe instead of worrying about propaganda that's been fed to you, you know, the zombie, okay? You know, for you true people who are really after the absolute truth, that don't just fall for anything that's fed to you, okay? That actually knows what the hell they're doing, who actually has some common sense in their head, I would tell you to go ahead and, maybe you might want to look at people like this, okay? That's right. The Amish man right here. Okay, why do I say that, Global collapse. Now, please watch. That's right. See, he's awake to what's going on around him. Okay? I'll leave his channel in the more for you. This guy right here. You might want to watch him, okay? You might want to watch people like Dutch Sense. Okay? Oh, what do you mean? He just tells weather and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, but see, this guy's at least about honesty. He's telling you stuff that you ain't going to get off your local weather channel, right? And then, of course, right here, Greenway TV. Okay? World War III to be officially declared. Okay? That's correct. World War III to be officially declared, Greenway TV. Okay? You might want to watch him. I'll leave these links for you. If you're after people that are after real truth, okay, these are people I would suggest that you keep tabs on. Because at least these people like Christopher here over at Greenway TV, okay, Dutch Sense, and this guy right here, he's not going to feed you a bunch of hogwash, okay? He's going to tell you some truth. He's not going to tell you a bunch of lies. And he was smart enough to see through the bullshit when it comes to our so-called zombie epidemic. I showed you them people there because these are people that are actually about real truth. Okay? These are people who's smart enough to see through the hogwash when it's fed to them. And they don't fall into this and don't start worrying about something that's not real. And are paying attention to what's really going on. What's really going on is we've got an election. Okay? A staged election. All elections are. Voting don't mean shit. Hasn't meant shit in a long time. Okay? And even if it did mean something, it still wouldn't mean something because you allow criminals to pick your candidates. And you honestly do expect a criminal to pick an honest, good-hearted person? Criminals will pick criminals, okay? So, just the same, we have an election going on. We've been in the middle of a war. They want World War III. No lie. They want population reduction. No lie. And they want to repeat history, okay? That's no lie. That's all fact. And meanwhile, while they're doing all this, you people are busy focusing on what they wanted you to focus on. Maybe you better try and go into Greenway TV and watch his last couple of videos in the last week and actually catch yourself up on what's really going on. Maybe you might want to try that. And stop worrying about this hoax called the zombie apocalypse. Because that's what it is. It's a hoax. It's a fraud. It's fake. It's to put your mind somewhere else so that you don't pay attention to what's going on while they usher in the collapse of your currency, Third World War, and get their wants and kill off millions while you're worrying about a fucking zombie.